What's good, folks? It's K Spade, the prospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy driver, sometimes referred to as the YouTube MVP. And I'm back with the second episode of Johnny Hit Hard. In this episode, Johnny and his new teammates, the Rack City Raiders, are at home for the first game of the season, facing Rome, Georgia. So let me tell you what you can expect this game. You can expect the usual. Johnny hitting people hard, thus the name Johnny Hit Hard. You're going to see him make some big plays, and you're going to see some good, you're going to see some bad, and you're going to see some ugly. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You're going to see all three of them. I'm cool with that, though, because you guys, I want you to see the growth of Johnny. So, he's not going to come out and be perfect. High school senior, he's still in transition right now, being at a new school. You're going to see some things he needs to improve on. I'm all right with that. Now, because I all the time drive this point home, let me again bring to your attention that strafe is not in this game. As a result, on the deep ball, it is impossible to control your speed. So sometimes you overrun it or you underrun it, whatever. Look at this replay of this tackle right here. Notice that you can't see Johnny's right hand after he engages. You know why? If I know Johnny like I know Johnny, I bet he got a handful of dreadlocks on that tackle. That's why. But as far as strafe being missing, I'm kind of okay with it. And I'll tell you why. It fits my story. For the story that I got here with Johnny Hit Hard, if I was to compare Johnny with I'm K Spade in his senior season, Johnny's the better tackler, but K Spade was the better cover guy. Johnny is not known for his coverage skills. No one is in the barbershop saying, man, I'm telling you, I bet you can't throw a ball past Johnny. Nobody's saying that. That's not his strong point. He's a playmaker. He's a hard hitter. He's going to get better. I hope. We all hope. So let me get into the gameplay. The one thing I really want to say about Rome, I was really impressed with how they played. It was a smart team. The quarterback was smart. If he didn't have anything open down the field, he just checked it down to a short route or he dumped it in the flats. Now, me personally, I like the games when I come out here and kick ass and just stomp mud holes in people. But at the same time, that don't always make for the best video. I know you guys want to see competitive games, and coming out is what it was. So that was a sweep attempt. Johnny's not having that. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when I'm playing this game and I see like a screenplay or a toss or whatever this was, or a quarterback sneak out of the pocket, and I see Johnny running with a full head of steam, I just have to shake my head and say, man, Johnny going to kill that boy. You know how old people look at some young people playing and be like, y'all playing too rough. Yo, Johnny play too rough. But that's all he knows. So kudos to Rome, though. Look at the score. It's a 0-0 game. Neither team is giving. Both teams are playing pretty smart. So, hey, I can't just come out here and talk like we just ran away with it, because we didn't. So on this pass play here, I'm doing a great job of making sure no receiver gets past Johnny. Pass goes to the other side of the field. We're used to that. Now, look, it's fourth down. They're thinking this is probably their last drive before the half, so they're going for it. Johnny's in man coverage with the tight end. Tight end in motion. Johnny's not moving. Body bag, bitch. Yo, Johnny, this is the gamble that either makes you the hero or it makes you the most hated player on the team. Johnny's in man coverage with the tight end. Tight end moves in motion. Everybody's like, you see the teammates pointing. They telling Johnny to move. Johnny ain't even paying any attention to that tight end. He had his mind made up. He was going to blitz. It paid off that time. Who knows? Maybe it saved them a score. Kept him from scoring. Who knows? I'm sure Johnny feels like it did. So, once again, it's a few seconds until halftime. I'm expecting a few Hail Mary passes at the end zone here. So, just trying to make sure nobody gets behind me. Here's the smart quarterback I'm talking about, though. He just dumps it down in the flats. Okay, that's not really what I was expecting. So, I come back here. I got a really deep zone. You see Johnny take some steps back. Make sure nobody get behind you. Rome just runs the ball. I'm telling you, they're a very safe, conservative team. I'm not used to this, Cool. So third quarter, Rack City finally gets on the board. 7-0 game. And we want to see some more big plays from Johnny. Now let's talk about this play here. Johnny was in a zone, and he was in his zone. So he didn't do anything wrong, I guess. But at the same time, there was no one in his zone. So he probably should have cheated over to the right a little bit. Maybe he could have deflected that pass. Maybe he could have intercepted the pass. But he still gets the tackle. Unfortunately, they still get the first. Now, Johnny's on the field. You see his teammates right there kind of evaluating him. They're going to do that kind of stuff. Like, Y'all think, I mean, he is pretty good. The other guy was like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be hit by him. I don't know. 7-0 game still. I'm still waiting on a big play from Johnny, and I'm trying to give you guys like every second or third down in the second half because they kind of hold more weight on the outcome of the game. So some of these plays Johnny's not involved in. Man coverage here. If you know me, you know I love playing man coverage. And look at this D. I do a pretty good job, man. I got the beam on the guy. Pass goes to the other side of the field. Lucky for me, it wasn't completed. Now this is going to be strange here because I promise you guys I hit Y. Look at this. I got a short zone over the middle of the field. I kind of bait the quarterback into throwing the pass. I want him to throw. I jump the pass, and I promise you I press Y. But my guy don't even put his hands up. But at any rate, man, we pitch a shutout. I'm going to show you some highlights, and I catch up with you guys in the second game. All right, let's jump into game 2. 8 tackles in game 1 for the first game of the season. That's pretty good. Now look, in this game, you're going to see some Johnny hit hard, and you're going to straight up see some Jonathan Williams. So I told you guys he was a special teams playmaker. That's a great play to down the ball inside the 5. Here's some good. Now let's come back to some bad. On the next drive, you see how deep his zone is. Johnny's cheating up. Quarterback zips it over his head, and even though the receiver made an excellent diving catch, that still was Johnny's zone. 0-0 game. Now, let's go back to some good special teams play. I told you guys he's a playmaker. 4 blockers. Nobody can put a hand on him, and the big body bag hit on the kick returner. Johnny, you play too rough. Johnny playing too rough, man. He gonna hurt these damn boys out here. So a teammate was there to scoop it up like a ice cream scoop. Scooped it like Haagen-Dazs and took it to the house. 7-0 Rack City Raiders. Who's the reason? Johnny hit hard. Johnny, that's who. Now check this out. Let's go back. We're gonna see some old school Jonathan Williams. Somebody tries to block Johnny. He jumps over the blocker, knocks the hell out of the quarterback after the ball was long gone. And this was an odd moment here. This is, you don't really want to see this. You see Johnny's feeling bad about it. A teammate comes over and consoles him, Now this is going to be funny too. In a deep zone, Johnny guards one receiver. Instead of making a play on the ball, he comes back and try to jar the ball loose with a big hit. This is Johnny. This is what you got to deal with. So that's all I got for this video, man. I will catch you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out till next time, y'all. Peace.
Rainmaker.